All right, thank you, Ken. Yeah, I can see quite a number of members are back. There was Alex who was in. There was a new guy who came on board today. I'm not seeing them back yet. So even as we get opportunities to speak, let's remember, as Coach has rightly said, the issue of counter trending, that one we just have to find a way of timing to handle the market, the point at which actually it is moving in the direction in which it's supposed to be moving. And again, we remember in our last meeting that we had, we agreed that the best time to trade, it is not always. It should be the time that you are sure the market now, it is actually moving in a certain direction. Yeah, moving with the market in the manner in which it is moving. Otherwise, if it dips and you have run some trades which are running, you know what it means. It will help you actually hit your 5%, and that's what you're trying to avoid. So this yesterday and today, I'm sure most of us have been trading, and we tried to keep an eye to watch the the 5%. That is the last the net profit P&L, the net profit and loss. That one will give us an indication. And we said whether for FTMO or no FTMO, it is good practice to do risk management. Yeah, we are not doing this one for the FTMO, by the way. I think this we need to be clear that we are perfecting in so doing. We are also, it is also helping us in knowing that those apparent losses there, they are the ones which end up becoming real losses, and therefore they should be avoided as much as we would want to avoid real losses. Yeah. So the risk element is in the market. It is in the aspect that you are exposed to that extent that at that point, yes, you have not yet incurred real losses, but you are exposed as at that point, and therefore you are halfway there to actually bagging losses. So here, I think the FTMO, their system, it is to discourage you even getting closer to a point whereby you get exposed, and it is a good thing. Let's try that. 5%. If you are taking, a good number of your trades, you don't take so many. Even if it dips a bit, even if it retraces, still you find that you have a lot of room for breathing, and that keeps you in check. That keeps you in check in a manner that you are most likely to end up actually being with a profitable trading in the day. Yeah, so it's a good thing. Let us keep practicing it in the rudimentary way we are doing. As even we dig deeper to get into the facts, we will surely get there. As I say, there's a mail that I sent to them, and I tried to create several scenarios, and I asked them to be able now to give me their verdict on them, so that if then given the verdict they'll give us, then it will be able to inform us as to exactly how we should look at these losses. How do we determine them, so that it is clear in our mind as we proceed. So hopefully they usually take a day to respond back mails. I'm sure tomorrow they will have responded, and if they do so, I will share on our platform what they have said. Then we can now start digesting that information and incorporating in our trading. All right, now I am sure we've been in the market. Isaac, how has it been yesterday and today in the market? Isaac, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes, you are.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Yesterday, I actually shared my results, and like I shared with Jackson, I actually tried as much as possible to enter my trades at the turn. Somehow I managed because there was a good retracing. In fact, I just did I think 3 sets of buys, sells, and I think another buy. And it did work well because my floating losses were at the absolute minimum. Today I didn't quite trade because I was out most of the day. When I came back, the market was absolutely slow. I decided not to trade, but basically I was just watching. And there's one other thing which I just noticed, and I talked to Jackson about it sometime in the evening. When because I still have my Ftmo account, so I'd opened the Ftmo account and our normal CT sportswear. And I don't know if Jackson, you managed to do the same. What I noticed was that at the instant that you open, I mean, when you open both of them, there is a second or two when you look at the candlesticks, and they are not matched. And it intrigued me, and I just wanted to have somebody probably have a look at it. And I don't know what experience, Jackson, you had. And would that affect anything? Because right now I think we're just looking for any trace of discrepancy that might give us a clue as to what we need to do.
Yeah,
Your thoughts,
Isaac,
Jackson?
Isaac, this is Tom. Just out of curiosity, can you expound a little bit on the discrepancy? Is it at the point when you are doing, maybe you're clicking a buy or a sell, the fact that you're we call it, when you want to enter a trade, it doesn't exactly enter where you want it to enter. It enters a bit up or a bit low. And if that is the case, then that would be attributed to the spread. But then again, I don't know exactly what you mean by the discrepancy. What do you mean?
Yeah, maybe.
What I mean, Coach, is.
Yeah, Isaac. Yeah, maybe the way I had understood when he explained to me, I did not actually. I'm sorry, I did not get time to really do a comparative analysis of the two because for some reason my Ftmo C trader developed some problems and I decided to remove it. But it is in my laptop. It's still there. I will try it tomorrow so that I can open both charts. What I understood, Isaac, from how you explained to me is that the candles, the one for Ftmo, they seem to be like they are not moving in tandem, because ordinarily CT Trader it is the same platform which provides a link to IC markets, to RoboForex, to Pepperstone and FTM. They are all connected there. That is their map. So you would expect that the CT Trader, when you open the chart for IC markets and you open another one for Ftmo, that they are actually moving. They are moving at in tandem. I think that was his concern, and probably, Coach, I think we might want to look further keenly. Each one of us, we take our time. We open both of them and we look at them and see whether there is anything material that probably could be impacting us in one way or the other. But otherwise, it's a good concern. When we are looking for anything and everything that would probably be able to make us to explain to us why this challenge seems to be an uphill task, right? So I think that is something that we can check out at personal level and be able to let next time we come, then we can be able to revisit it and see whether really there was something that looked funny, or whether actually that is in order once you factor in the element of spreads, because of course different brokers would have different spreads that in their trading setup.
Actually,
go ahead.
My concern was this, because we are connecting to the web-based C trader,
Yeah.
right? And since it's web-based, you should really be and you can see the seconds as the candles form. You go by the second, yeah. And when you look at say the Ftmo candle, that FTM candle appears a second or some microseconds or whatever ahead, even in the candle formation. Like if it's a sell, I mean, you see that candle is somewhere well down compared to the C trader that we are using for our trading. So my query was, why is that? And we are actually connecting to the same web trader.
All right. Again, I'll try and answer based on just previous experience, and I think Jackson alluded to the answer. You see, there is a provider. The provider in this case is C Trader. So C Trader is the provider of the platform. These other people are all like these brokers. They're using. So each broker, they can tweak what their clients are seeing to some little extent. By little extent, I mean the spread. As you enter your trades, then it might not appear the same as if you're with another broker. Okay, to the extent that you are entering information into the market. However, as far as the charts are concerned, they should be, again, because they are from the same source, they should be the same. Now, that is not to say that actually I'm 100% correct. All I'm just saying, given my little knowledge on Forex, I think they should be the same because they're coming from the same origin, the same source. Specifically, the individual broker may play around with it. They may play around with it. And when they do, it is not to the extent of how it looks, but rather to the extent of where you enter. If you enter your trades on Ftmo, vis-a-vis entering your trades at our usual sportwear, you'll find that maybe there might be a difference in terms of exactly the point you enter the trade and where it enters. Versus so it's not so much that this one now is going up and this one now is going down. No, but rather if you enter the trades, they might not enter the same spot. But then that can be accounted for by what we call the spread. So I'm just trying to expound on that, but it doesn't mean that I'm 100% correct, because even as we speak, I'm literally frantically trying to push those two lines side by side. I get to let you know right away. Yeah, I'm actually 10 now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Harry. I'm sure you have also been, Africa's disappeared. Okay. He has just left the. Oh yeah, he's back. Patrick, you can hear me? Patrick Maheli. All right. What else am I seeing there? There is Julie. Julie, you have also been doing some trading. How have you been managing your 5%?
Thanks, Jackson, and fellow traders. I've been managing well, but yesterday I incurred some losses, as I had indicated when I was sending my report. Today I didn't manage to trade since I was a bit held up. So for today I didn't trade. But yesterday I incurred some losses, which maybe I'll recover. I'll try and recover from tomorrow, if all goes well.
Yes. Right. Good. So those losses, let's remember the losses that you close in 30 days, they will be taken and added to the floating losses, the highest floating losses that you hit in 30 days for the determination of the 5%. So those are things that we have to be alive to as we take trades. Try as much as possible to be almost certain. If you have been watching the charts for long enough, by now it must be actually clear in your mind when now the market, once you have looked at the significant points, yeah, the significant zones, that is the supports and the resistance, you can be able to pick out and say, now there is a high probability now this actually is moving in this direction. So that is something that we'll have to develop, that instinct of being able to know, to predict, not really to know, but to predict the likelihood of a trend, so that you enter at that point in time. That way we'll avoid running into losses, because these losses, we must avoid them like mines, like landmines. Yeah, they are landmines. The moment you absorb one, know that now your account is actually getting into the red. So that is what we want to perfect in this brief time moment that we'll be going over this preparation for the FTMO. And I want to believe that once we get over that process, actually it will be a downhill for us when we go back to to make another attempt at the FTMO. The good thing is that if you have been also been taking your time to visit their site and to listen even to some of the people who are being the people who are being, like this month, the new people who are ushered into the into the trading, and some of them were being interviewed, and they give their story as to how they got into the how they sailed through. So you can see this is something that is doable. It is something that people are doing it, So there is no reason why we should think that it's an impossibility. It is just that we went in when probably we did not understand the whole thing fully, when we did not appreciate, what it meant by losses, particularly because if it is making, profits, none of us came out because they were making losses. Even when I came out, I was over $2,000 in profit, right? So making profit is not the thing here. Our concern, a major concern, and the thing that you have to polish is to look on the risk side. The risk side, that is where our focus is on. All right. We know everybody can make pips now. We have no doubt about that. You can all make pips, and even if you incur some few losses, we know you can claw yourself back into profit. But now that exposure, the element of exposure, risk exposure, that is what we will be focusing on. Patrick Dichu, I think he's saying something.
Maybe before Patrick says something.
Oh, Patrick Dichu is Marima. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. Fine.
Jackson.
Yes.
Before we go on, Can you make me a host a little bit? I need to share the screen of Isaac's concern, which might be of interest to all of us. Okay. There's something interesting here. Oh, Isaac has left already.
No, he's
Anyway,
there. Hi ho.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Now let me share something. I just took snapshots of both, and I put them side by side of both Ftmo platform and also the other platform. I took a snapshot.
Yeah.
So this is what we have. It's a paint picture, real time, but a snapshot. Now on the right hand side is the Ftmo, and on the left hand side is the C trader. Please note this is the same time frame, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is 5 minutes. This is Euro USD. Now look at that structure. Is the same. Okay. That structure is the same. But something is a bit off here. On the Ftmo, they are already ahead. There are 2 candles ahead. Yes. And on the C trader, there were 2 candles behind. Now, that again, there could just be some technical issues here and there, okay, which can be managed. But it's important to note that I don't know if this is just an instance of a problem, because it means that somebody is slower than the other.
Sure.
And yeah, this depends on who is running the system. Which again, if your mind is running like mine, somebody can use this information to trade here.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
That was my exact concern.
Yeah.
And I've observed it from around 5 this evening all the way until that time. I mean, that's why I raised it. I actually called Jackson and said there's something weird here.
Now,
actually, Coach, I'm not actually seeing weirdness here. I'm seeing an opportunity. You know, actually a golden opportunity. Like if you're trading, you use Ftmo like to direct you when you're trading in the other platform. So it is something good also.
Well, but remember the Ftmo is the one we are testing. Is the one that we are the live one. It's leading, so it will not help us. It might help in using Ftmo if your broker is on spot. Yeah, you get the point.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to compare the Ftmo and maybe MT4 live or another broker. In fact, as we keep talking, I will check Ftmo and Robo Forex to see how they compare. If they are at par, then that is fine. If they are lagging behind, then we can use that as an indicator to trade. But I think my conclusion in this difference here is that the guys spot whatever, the CT Sportwear, okay, the owners of that software, maybe they are lagging behind because this is a demo, but this one is actually, they're a broker and they have to be on top of things. That's just my explanation.
Yeah, yes. Coach, may I just comment on this? I think from what I've seen here, this chart, there's no manipulation. It's just like you have said, one has just a slight delay. And this you can even see on daily life. I don't know whether sometimes when you're streaming the same channel on TV, but you hear your neighbor is slightly ahead, especially if you're not using exactly the same media, like somebody's on Zuku, the other one is on Star Times. It's the same channel, Citizen TV, but here one. So these things happen with technology, that one person maybe is just slightly ahead, but there's no unfair play or manipulation here. It's just that one is transmitting faster than the other. But if you look at the candles, they're almost exactly the same. It's like Ftmo is just slightly ahead than this CT Sports.
Yeah,
Can I
but
say something?
But that happens in anything. Like even on, if you look at normal media, like even our TVs.
okay, so
Yeah, well, Ken, that is true for the media, it is the case. But looking at these two, and actually there's money at stake, don't you see there's an opportunity here for somebody to use one chart actually to guide them in trading, such that they will beat the market no matter what? Two candles or two is such a long duration that one will be able to position themselves always in the right manner. So maybe we will let's compare with others. This one it is big. Two candles. No, that one can
No, Jackson.
Yeah.
You might look at it as an opportunity, but for me, I think you'll be driven by other things. You'll be driven by greed and emotions instead of focusing on a strategy. So
yeah, but
you need to be careful there.
That's right.
Yeah, I think somebody had something
Yes.
to say. Somebody was trying to say something. Was it Patrick or who?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
I thought it was lag. Sorry. I thought it was a lag in the system. Maybe on the internet. The internet that you're using.
Okay, that's another option.
Yeah, coach, maybe if you may jump in a little bit. Now, the gentleman, Marima, we had given him an opportunity to speak us a while back, but he was not able to. He's the new guy who joined us, and I found him. We met somewhere in the cyberspace in Ftmo, page. The Ftmo, they also have a Facebook page where those who are participating, they go there to hear their views and all that. And I will encourage that also we join them. We go there, we learn. Don't just sit back. Go there, out there, get information from those who are in it. You'll be better equipped than you are before. So Marima, we met there, and I saw he was doing. He had attempted it in his own way, and it looked like he was doing it right. Well, though it was in the demo, but the way he had done it, it looked so good that I got interested, and I had to reach out and get to hear from him the experience. And therefore, Bwana Marima, I think let's give you an opportunity, probably as we welcome you to the group, to say hi and probably to tell us what is it that what has your experience been in the Ftmo challenge, and how have you been able to trade so comfortably from the way I saw your chat. Please, if your internet is because it was
okay.
yeah.
I'm Marima Kahonga. I'm from Gatondo. I started trading a long while ago. Si umeniruhusu niongee Kiswahili tafadhali?
Sawa kabisa, hakuna mtu aliye Kiswahili.
Yes. So nilianza like 5 years ago trading, and kwa ni a journey. Nimefika hapa this year, nilipatana na Ftmo and I joined them. I started their demos. So far nimetrade account 3. Nimesaidia watu wengine kupita. Watu wenye wamelemewa wananitumia na wasaidia kupita. For now I have not had my own account, and so I met you guys. Nilikuwa nimepatiana my link on an Ftmo page which was on Facebook about performance. Mtu upatiana performance yake hapo, watu wanakuambia how you are doing, how you are performing. Is it a consistent? Is it kitu mzuri? What those things. I think I don't have much to say. Niyo siko prepared sana. I just joined the group.
But maybe if I may guide you, how do you trade? How do you do your trading?
Mostly I use Fibonacci's. Fibonacci natumia sana to get in my trades, and nikianza ku trade I usually make sure I start with low trades, low lots. Unaanza na low lots, unaenda kama unapata profits consistent. Hiyo ndio inapatianga mtu hiyo curve mzuri.
Yes. Okay. So
I think,
you are Yes.
Sorry, na kuweka stop losses. Kwangu kuweka stop losses ilikuja kunifunza discipline, because ukikosa hiyo most of the time unarushwa nje haraka sana. When
And
you
how
put bigger
tight?
lots and you don't have stop losses.
Your stop losses are usually how tight?
Yeah, inamaliza most of the time inamalizanga nini maximum loss yako.
Lakini hiyo stop loss yako kwa kila trade unawekanga kama ngapi hivi? Pips ngapi?
You depend on how much I'm prepared to lose for the day, depending on how much profit ama loss you make within the day.
Yes.
So it is not ati ni kitu nimesema ati this is specific. Yeah, I just weigh the options and unaona the right perimeters unaweka. But most of the time I get out of my trades na $200, $300, and I use lots 0.2, 0.5.
0.2 to 0.5.
Yeah, because nili notice nikitumia one lot unafikisha hizo limits, unazibreak haraka sana. Because for me I usually trade the indices, mostly the Nasdaq and the S&P.
Oh, you are not in the forex.
Zinakuanga na high volume, so zina making pesa haraka sana when you have a good formula.
Yes.
Yeah, so for me I usually trade indices, na hapo nipo perfect. Now so far it has been so good. If I can say that.
So Marima, we will get there. For now, in this group, actually, we have been focusing mostly on forex, and that is what we are trying to perfect. Indices, if you found them, they are good. Probably in due course, we will also come to venture there once we have also perfected on the forex. You know. Otherwise, welcome so much. Feel free in our group as we continue sharpening each other. I believe that we can always be able to learn one thing or the other from each other. Good, thank you. Now, who else is still online that we? Yeah, there's Alex. Alex, I can see him. Is he? Alex, how are you? Hi, Coach. I think you can. You are done with the charts.
Yes, I am. Sorry, let me return to you back.
Sorry, Jackson. Hello.
Yes, you can hear you.
Yeah, thanks, Jackson. I'm doing okay. I think I've been away this week. I just came back last evening. But then I saw what you guys have been going through and what happened and the efforts you're making to understand the FTMO, which I've also plugged in and I'm following very keenly. As you remember, I was supposed to have joined this week. I actually almost did that until I saw what happened. I think, was it last Friday or something?
Yeah, last Friday.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday or Friday, thereabout, yeah. So I decided to put a pause and so just get an understanding of what really is required. But I have a question. I was just wondering, the FTMO, is it designed for scalping really, or is day trading and maybe something where you just take one trade and you wait? Because I was looking at, we're doing scalping and we are taking so many trades. For example, you take the example of what Ken was explaining there, that graphical representation. There were about 16 trades. Now, if you're looking at scalping, those 16 trades could translate into hundreds of trades. So I don't know how I think we need to dig deep and just find out, maybe it could be also the issue of design. Could it be that it's not suited to scalping? And just my thoughts, please. Yeah.
Sure. Actually, Alex, I was also thinking like you the other day, and I remember actually posting somewhere, even in some of these sites, was inquiring whether there is any scalper who has gone through, who has passed this challenge, and I'm yet to get a response. I have also been wondering whether scalping could be our style, our style of of trading, whether it could be part of our undoing. Yeah. So those are the things that we need to dig out because they'll give us very valuable information as we strategize ourselves. Because for sure, being a scalper, you have to enter so many trades. That by itself might be probably a negative, rather a disadvantage to us. So I think, Coach, that is something that also we need to delve into so that we be very clear that actually being a scalper does not of necessity disadvantage you, but how you enter the trades is really what matters. Maybe that is something that we need to clarify on. So thank you so much, Alex, for that.
Yeah, actually, Alex, good. That's very good observation, and that's a very, very valid question. Please, let's be clear that scalping is not the only strategy. It is a powerful strategy. It allows you to go in and out of the market in a very short time, okay, and make huge profits, huge, okay. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword because you find that in a case like this, the FTMO challenge, our strategy may not be razor sharp to handle this. It's not to say that it cannot. It just means that if we are going to use it, we may have to tweak, and in my mind, to tweak our entries, because the way we do it, we enter our entries on a counter trend, which works. However, if we tweak our entries so that you are entering the market on the fly, if it's a buy, you're doing a buy when the market is going through a buy. Unlike before, where it would first do down and then come up. So I think the solution is right in front of us on our nose. If we can tweak our entries, we could still come out ahead, because the idea then is, you see, unlike most other traders, they will just take one trade. Okay, like maybe if you listen to other guys, or our brother who just spoke right now, he'll say that he just takes one trade and then he scales up, which is fine. But for us, knowing what we know now, and now that we can't take the counter trades, we'd have to wait for a better entry. If you're shooting for maybe $100 for that session, as a scalper, you know what to do. Because if you have 0.5 lot size, and each trade on a 5 pip gives you $25, so really you only need what, 4 trades, basically 4 trades to get you $100. So, but see, that is using the scalping mentality. So it's not all gone, it's not all bad. All we're saying is we've taken a step back so we can look at this again and figure out what's the best entry. And
Coach, we have less than a minute, so I don't know if we start another session or we just end it now.
Okay, what do people think?
Yeah, is there anybody who has something that probably they think they need time? Because I think we have touched much on everything that we wanted to say today. Right, so it looks like maybe that 1 minute will be enough for us to say that to thank everybody